It's a pain in the bum if your pond pump is constantly becoming clogged with debris. In this quick video, I want to share with you some of the things I do to my pumps to reduce how often they need to be cleaned. If you don't already know me, my name is Kev, and the aim of my channel is to help people build and maintain ponds without spending a fortune. If that sounds like something that interests you, you might like to subscribe and visit my website, Ozponds.com. The simplest solution to reducing how often you need to clean off the screen on the pump is by increasing the surface area around the pump. Most pond pumps will have a protective screen around the inlet where the impeller sits. This is to protect the impeller from getting clogged and the pump from burning out. The protective screens do a good job allowing the smaller particles that can pass through the impeller get through, but they stop the larger particles that could block or damage the impeller. But because the pond pump is running 24/7, it's always sucking in all kinds of stuff, and eventually the entire cage becomes clogged with muck. When that happens, the flow rate going into the filter diminishes, or the streams and waterfalls aren't receiving as much water as they used to, or in the worst case scenario, the lack of flow starves the pump of water. If we increase the surface area around where the pump sucks in water, we can go longer without needing to clean the pump. The debris still gets sucked in, but because the area that it's stuck to is larger, a decent amount of water can still pass through and reach the pump. So there's quite a few ways that we can increase the amount of surface area that the pump can draw from. Here are some of the methods that I use in my ponds. If the pond is small and the pump is, say, under 100 litres per hour, all I do is grab a plant pot, cover the holes with a coarse filter sponge, cut out a round lid of filter sponge, and poke a little hole for the pipe outlet that goes to the filter. I keep the cage on the pump and just sit the whole pump in the plant pot. The surface area that stops the debris entering the pump has increased. This particular pond regularly goes 12 months without me removing the sponges or the pump for a clean. It's also a great way to keep the fish fry safe. On smallish to medium-sized ponds, I like to have the pump inside a skimmer. This helps keep the surface of the water free of debris, but it also makes it easy to protect the pump and increase the protective surface area. You can easily make your own skimmers, or you can buy them. This skimmer is just a 20-litre bucket with a coarse filter sponge over the top. I'll put a link in the description if you want to see how that was built. Then you have products like this professional Aquascape skimmer. It has a basket that collects the chunky debris and then a filter sponge over the top of the pump. Again, this creates a much greater surface area to capture debris than just the standard pump cage. This pump I also only check once a year. On larger ponds like my dream pond, I have an intake bay. An intake bay is essentially a supersized skimmer. This intake bay has multiple pumps in it, running the bog filters, streams and circulation jets. The pumps are placed in vaults so that they can easily be accessed, but the water is forced to move down through rock and pebble before it can access the pumps. This separates the larger particles, but allows the smaller stuff to pass through and move on to the filters. Again, all I'm doing is increasing the surface area that collects debris. I recently cleaned out the pumps in this intake bay. The last time I did it was about 2 years ago. One of the pumps on this pond sits inside an olive barrel and draws water off the bottom of the pond. This one was quite clogged. I had a filter sponge covering the inlet to the barrel, but it was very difficult to access and very clogged with muck. So much so that the water level inside the barrel was lower than the water inside the pond, simply because enough water couldn't get through as fast as it was being pumped out. So I'm doing a test with a piece of filter sponge. I've wrapped the sponge around the pump cage like a big burrito. I want the benefits of the sponge in capturing the finer sediment and protecting baby fish, but I need it to be easy to remove and clean. I also need it to be able to go extended periods without me checking on it, because that's just how I roll. Anyway, that's what I do on my ponds to reduce the amount of time and frequency that I need to clean the pumps. Remember, all ponds are different, and most of the time I'm pulling water from the surface of the pond. If you were to use these methods on a pond with a lot of muck and place the pump in the deepest part of the pond, the pump would still clog quickly. Even on my small ponds, I don't like to have the pump sitting directly on the bottom of the pond. Number one, it means that it will get clogged quicker, and I do believe that some mold or detritus on the bottom of the pond is a good thing. And number two, if a pipe developed a leak or burst, I don't want the entire pond to be pumped dry. If you have a pond that has a lot of muck and you want a pump that can pump that without getting clogged, you can buy a solids handling pump. These are designed to allow bigger particles to pass through. You'll still need to have a filter that will then capture the sediment to prevent it from being returned to the pond. I'm hoping to do some experiments with DIY solid or mechanical filters in the future. But for now, I'll wrap this video up. I hope it was helpful. If it was, feel free to tickle the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching. See ya.